What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kyng Pablo, and welcome back to the channel. So today we got a story of a Pennsylvania judge is convicted of shooting and wounding her ex-boyfriend as he slept. We're going to get into this article, then we're going to get into a video clip. A magistrate judge in Pennsylvania accused of shooting and wounding her ex-boyfriend in the head as he slept was convicted Wednesday on attempted homicide and aggravated assault charges. Sonia McKnight was taken away in handcuffs after the trial judge rejected a defense request that she be released. She faces up to 60 years in prison when she's sentenced on May 28th. The shooting occurred in February 2024 at the boyfriend's home. McKnight had lived there, but the man repeatedly asked her to leave when their relationship ended, authorities said. Prosecutors argued at trial that McKnight was a jealous partner who didn't like that she had been asked to leave, but her attorney said the ex-boyfriend couldn't identify the shooter. The ex-boyfriend testified that he couldn't see after the shooting, but that McKnight was the only other person in the home at the time. The jury, comprised of Delaware County residents who were bused to Harrisburg for the trial, deliberated for 2 hours before convicting McKnight of both counts she faced. McKnight, an elected judge in Dauphin County since 2016, was suspended without pay in mid-November 2023 by the Court of Judicial Discipline, which handles misconduct allegations against judges. The Judicial Conduct Board, which investigates and charges misconduct cases against Pennsylvania judges, alleged in a September filing that McKnight violated judicial probation from a previous misconduct case centered on her actions regarding a 2020 traffic stop involving her son. She was acquitted of criminal charges in that matter. McKnight was not charged when she shot her estranged husband in 2019 after inviting him over to help her move furniture, PennLive.com reported. Prosecutors didn't charge her, citing self-defense. So this judge is just really trigger happy. We're going to get into this video, and I'll come back with my commentary.
Charges after being accused of shooting her boyfriend in the face. So CBS 21's Elise Person was in the courtroom as McKnight sat on the other side of the bench this time. So Elise, you've reported before we were expecting to hear from a key witness today. How'd that turn out?
Yeah, so the lead investigator in the charges against suspended Judge Sonia McKnight, she took the stand today, and a big topic of conversation during her testimony was the fact that McKnight tested positive for having gunpowder residue on her hands the night her ex-boyfriend suffered a gunshot wound. But the defense continues to argue that there's just not enough evidence to hold McKnight accountable for this. It was a packed courtroom with Sonia McKnight sitting on the right side of the room. Behind her, a slew of her family and friends. But on the other side of the courtroom, sitting behind the state, was the man McKnight is accused of shooting, her ex-boyfriend, Michael McCoy. During the court hearing, the state called Sergeant Lee Tarazi to the stand. Tarazi was the one to administer a preliminary and standard gun residue test to McKnight the night her ex-boyfriend was shot in the face. She testified both of these tests came back positive. But during the cross-examination, the defense played body cam video of McKnight being questioned by police the night of the incident. McKnight continued to reiterate she did not shoot McCoy. Tarazi told the court with her nearly 14 years of experience with the Criminal Investigative Unit, she believed McKnight's interview was, quote, extremely deceptive. Although he didn't want to go on camera, McKnight's defense attorney Corey Leshner told the media they don't believe there's enough evidence to send this to trial because prosecutors can't prove McKnight is the one who shot McCoy. While on the stand, Tarazi testified McKnight told police she and McCoy were the only ones in the house that night. And in March, McCoy took the stand in a preliminary hearing and said because he was asleep, he can't testify that McKnight shot him. But he is adamant about the fact that he did not shoot himself. So we're now waiting for the decision on if the judge believes there is enough evidence against McKnight to send this to trial. Both the state and the defense, they have 30 days to submit short briefs about the case to the judge, and then he will make a decision about how this moves forward.
So, Lisa, how does the defense think the judge will rule in the case?
So I got the chance to speak with the defense after today's hearing, and he told me he's learned in his time as an attorney to not guess what's going to happen in these types of cases. But he says these types of cases, they're not just won in one single day, and they're going to continue to reiterate the fact that there's not enough evidence to prove McKnight is the one that pulled the trigger.
Very interesting. Thanks a lot, Elise.
All right, and we're back. So, Miss Sonia, girl, yeah, you're trigger happy. We read in this article in 2019 that you shot your estranged husband when you invited him over to move furniture for you. This boyfriend that you were living with, you already had broke up, but you wouldn't leave. He wanted you to leave, and clearly you wouldn't go anywhere. So you decide to, well, allegedly, you decide to shoot him in the face. The gun residue on your hands came back positive, so you did fire that gun. The judge is, well, the defense and the prosecution is waiting for the judge to determine if this is going to go to trial or not. I'm pretty sure this will go to trial. Luckily, she didn't kill the man. He said that he doesn't know who shot him because he was asleep, and then when he did wake up, he couldn't see. But he does know that him and Miss Sonia were the only two in the house, and there were no signs of break-in or anything like that. So Miss Sonia shot this man. Why? I don't know. He was asleep, so I guess she was upset about him wanting her to leave. So she probably started stewing over that and decided to go in there and shoot this man. We're gonna keep our eye on this story because this is just crazy. This lady has shot two men that she was romantically involved with, and she's a judge. We could continue the conversation in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's been your boy Kyng Pablo. Peace.